But the more we shift our minds in and around that type of topic, the better prepared we are the next time it happens. Watching people in my life have struggles or challenges and succeed really brings me back to the mindset of success. It really brings me back to thinking about moments in time, moments of truths, moments where you have to change the way you think to really create something special. You know, mindset's everything. It's absolutely everything. My father's had some struggles with his eye, with a detached retina. It's been an extreme challenge for him. And watching him every day with a positive mindset, with a viewpoint of nothing can stop him. I mean, like day one after the surgery, he's asking if he can mow the lawn. And we're all just looking after him. We're all looking out for him. And the reality is he is changing his brain. He's altering his mindset to strict success. There's nothing I can't do. There's nothing that I won't succeed at. I can go right back to doing everything I did before. And that's how he's thinking. And it's succeeding. It's helping him. It's helping everyone around him. Mindset is crucial. I love the mindset conversation. I was just on a trip for a soccer tournament, and I walked into the hotel that we were going to stay in, and it was not what I wanted to be in. Our room, the rooms in the hotel were probably fine, but the one I was in was not nice. We immediately left. I changed my environment, I changed my mind. Literally, changed the environment, changed my mind. Mindset went with it. I ended up 3 blocks from the beach, around a bunch of restaurants. That night we had a phenomenal dinner. We woke up with sunshine. Totally different than the setting that I was going to be in, deep in the city, in an airport hotel, not really what I wanted to go into that weekend doing. My mindset shifted when I shifted the environment. But I knew early enough that if I didn't do that, it could be dangerous for the brain for the weekend. So you have to know what matters to you. That might sound small to other people, but small things are what you have to focus on when you're thinking about your mindset. What about with your kids? Every day, we have to think about mindset. You have to understand the chapter of life they're in. Anybody out there have teenagers? Every single thing that a teenager can say can be an attempt, a challenge to see how you respond. Do you react or do you respond? And if you're like me and most parents, you react way too often. And it can shift your mind to a place where you're literally thinking of your children like, if you think this way, how are you going to be successful? How is this going to work out in the long run? How do you expect to be on your own one day? How do you expect to drive? Like, you go 4 years in advance, and that's what you're worried about. And all they're doing is really testing you to see what they can and can't get away with. Do you care? Do you not care? Very simple, right? And we know that, but the more we shift our minds in and around that type of topic, the better prepared we are the next time it happens. And, you know, it doesn't change the fact that you're still going to react occasionally, because teenagers will do things that you need to react to. But a response is always better than that reaction. Mindset, especially a positive mindset, is what 90% of the videos I produce are about. It's really about mindset. It's really about positivity. It's about reframing every situation that you're in and finding the positive in it. You don't just have to be positive to be positive. Blind optimism gets you nowhere. Positivity and mental shifts get you everywhere. See, positivity with a mental shift and self-awareness allow us to snap into something that makes us successful. I love knowing what helps make me successful. Mindset. When I fly, I hate the lack of control. I'm being authentic. I hate it. I hate the long line at TSA. I hate somebody being able to just pick me out of a group and push me to the side, even though I have TSA pre-check and I have all these things. I've done all these things to prepare myself to be successful, but somebody else can control the very success of that. So you know what I do? I travel a lot, but I travel the way that I know I can change my mind. I'm always early. I'm not early to many things in my life, but I'm super early when I travel. I have plenty of time. I don't worry about it. I have my bag always packed. I have a to-go bag always packed. I don't have to repack my stuff. I don't have to go through everything. I know exactly what I'm bringing, minus the couple of outfits I change trip to trip. I've taken away the stress that gets me thinking that it's going to be a bad thing. It's going to be a trip that I don't want to do, or I don't want to go here. I've changed my mindset. I've changed everything around the mindset when I travel. Now, I don't know that it's perfectly successful. I still get stressed out occasionally, but I know that the person behind that counter can't control that plane, and the person that's working on the plane can't control whether or not it's a mechanical issue or not, and nobody can control whether or not I get my flight in one place to connect to the other, or that I live in a certain place that doesn't have a lot of direct flights. Nobody else can control that, but I focus on what I can, and I shift my mind. And when I do that, I am way more successful. I may tag a couple people in the comments that have flown with me prior to me making these decisions, and you know who you are, and I'm grateful that you've flown with me when I was a wreck, but these are the things I've done through the years to change my mind. To not just say I'm going to be positive about it, but I'm actually going to make some changes. I'm going to execute on the positive mindset with things that I can control. See, I can go back to my dad and just say, hey, it's his positivity, but it's not. It's his positivity mixed with his actions that are making him successful. They're going to make his eye heal in ways that other people's may not. There are people I've seen fight cancer with this and all the medical attention they're getting, but this, through laughter, through family, through love, through all the things that only the mind can do. So when you're thinking about the challenge or the situation that you're in, that you're struggling with, how can you shift your mindset? What can you control today? How can you put yourself in a better position to win? How can we respond to the teenager versus react? What are the things we can do to walk out of a situation that might have made us frown or get angry and smile, or laugh it off, or just be a part of our day instead of the worst part of our day? How do you do that? How do you do that? Tell me. I'd love to learn from you. Thanks for joining me.